Jorge Mario Bergoglio, the future Pope Francis, was born on a crisp December morning in 1936. The bustling city of Buenos Aires, Argentina, provided the backdrop for his formative years. His parents, Mario Jose and Regina Maria Sivori, were Italian immigrants seeking a new life. They instilled in their son the values of hard work, faith and family. Life wasn't always easy. The Bergoglio family, like many others, faced financial struggles. Jorge's childhood was filled with the simple joys of family, friends and faith. He attended local schools where he excelled in his studies. From a young age he displayed a sharp intellect and a compassionate heart. Little did anyone know that this unassuming boy from Buenos Aires would one day lead the Catholic Church. His journey, however, would take him down an unexpected path. Jorge's inquisitive mind led him to pursue a degree in chemistry. He enrolled at a technical school and later found employment as a technician in a food science laboratory. Science provided him with a framework for understanding the physical world. Yet, deep within him, a different kind of yearning stirred. He felt a pull towards a life of service and spiritual exploration. This inner calling led him to the doors of the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits. Known for their intellectual rigor and commitment to social justice, the Jesuits resonated with Jorge's own values. In 1958, he took a leap of faith and entered the Jesuit order, embarking on a path that would forever change his life. He traded the laboratory for the seminary, his scientific pursuits for theological studies. Jorge's Jesuit formation was demanding, both intellectually and spiritually. He immersed himself in his studies, delving into philosophy, theology, and the humanities. He was ordained a priest on December 13, 1969, at the age of 33. For Father Bergoglio, as he was now known, priesthood was not an ivory tower pursuit. He felt called to serve the poorest and most marginalized. His ministry took him to the slums of Buenos Aires, where he witnessed firsthand the struggles of those living on the margins. He listened to their stories, shared their burdens, and offered words of hope and consolation. He challenged those in power to address the root causes of poverty and inequality. His compassionate presence and unwavering commitment to social justice earned him the respect and admiration of the people he served. Father Bergoglio's leadership qualities did not go unnoticed. Within the Jesuit order he was entrusted with positions of increasing responsibility. He served as the provincial superior of the Jesuits in Argentina from 1973 to 1979, guiding the order through a tumultuous period in the country's history. In 1992, he was appointed auxiliary bishop of Buenos Aires, and in 1998, he became the archbishop of the city. As archbishop, he continued to champion the cause of the poor and marginalized. He spoke out against corruption, injustice, and the growing gap between the rich and the poor. His simple lifestyle, marked by humility and a genuine concern for the common man, endeared him to people from all walks of life. He was a shepherd who smelled like his sheep, a phrase that would later come to define his papacy. Section 5. A New Dawn for the Church. Francis ascends to the papacy. In 2001, Pope John Paul II elevated Jorge Bergoglio to the College of Cardinals. Cardinal Bergoglio's reputation as a humble pastor and a courageous advocate for social justice had reached the Vatican. Little did he know that he was being prepared for a role that would place him at the helm of the Catholic Church. The Catholic world was stunned when, on March 13, 2013, white smoke billowed from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel. The conclave had chosen Cardinal Jorge Mario Bergoglio as the 266th Bishop of Rome, the successor to St. Peter. He chose the name Francis, after St. Francis of Assisi, the saint of poverty, peace, and care for creation. The first Jesuit pope, the first from the Americas, and the first non-European pope in over 1,200 years, Pope Francis represented a radical departure from tradition. Section 6. The People's Pope, a shepherd of mercy and humility. From the moment he appeared on the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, Pope Francis captivated the world with his warmth, humility, and common touch. He shunned the opulent papal apartments, choosing to live in the Casa Santa Marta, a Vatican guest house. He rode in a simple Ford Focus, eschewing the luxurious papal limousine. He frequently broke protocol, embracing the sick, the poor, and the marginalized with a tenderness that transcended words. His papacy was marked by a profound emphasis on God's mercy and forgiveness. He called for a church that was a field hospital for the wounded, a place of welcome and accompaniment for all. He reminded the world that the church's mission was to serve, not to judge. His message resonated far beyond the walls of the Vatican, touching the hearts of people of all faiths and none. Section 7. A prophetic voice, confronting social and environmental challenges. Pope Francis was not afraid to address the pressing issues of our time. He challenged the global culture of indifference, calling for a more just and equitable world. He denounced the evils of war, poverty, and human trafficking. He called for greater care for creation, issuing a landmark encyclical on the environment, Laudato Si', in 2015. He reached out to other faith traditions, promoting interreligious dialogue and understanding. He met with leaders from around the world, urging them to work together for the common good. His voice was a beacon of hope, a call to action in a world often shrouded in darkness. He reminded humanity of its interconnectedness, its responsibility to care for one another and for the planet we share. Section 8. The fragility of life, battling illness, embracing reform. Pope Francis's papacy was not without its challenges. He suffered from recurring health problems, including respiratory issues that plagued him throughout his life. In 2023, he was forced to cancel a trip to the United Arab Emirates due to influenza and lung inflammation. In early 2025, he was hospitalized for bronchitis and pneumonia, spending several weeks recovering in the Vatican. These health scares raised concerns about the future of his papacy and prompted calls for greater transparency regarding his health. They also highlighted the need for clear procedures in the event of a papal incapacitation or sudden death. Pope Francis himself addressed these concerns, approving updated papal funeral rites in 2024 that emphasized simplicity and eschewed any ostentatious displays. He seemed to accept his own mortality with serenity, knowing that his time on earth was but a pilgrimage toward a greater destination. Section 9. A legacy forged in faith and action. On Easter Monday, April 21, 2025, the world mourned as news spread of Pope Francis's passing. He died peacefully at the age of 88 in Casa Santa Marta, the Vatican guest house he had called home for over a decade. His death marked the end of an extraordinary papacy, one that had touched countless lives with its message of mercy, humility, and love. His funeral, held in St. Peter's Square, was a testament to his global impact. Leaders from around the world, representatives from various faiths, and throngs of ordinary people gathered to pay their respects. He was laid to rest in the Vatican grottos, his legacy forever etched in the annals of church history. Pope Francis left behind a church renewed, a world inspired, and a call to action that continues to resonate, to build a more just, compassionate, and sustainable future for all. His was a papacy of encounter, of open doors and open hearts, a testament to the transformative power of faith lived in service to humanity.